Hi and welcome to the final of the Qatar Open 9-ball 2023. 128 started and we are down to just 2. Coping Chung and the killer Joshua Filler. It's a race to 13 now. We're playing 9-ball. It's one on the spot. Break from anywhere and we'll explain the breaking format as we go along. So, Coping Chung wings the lag. I'm Mark White and joining me in the booth is Barry Black. Hi Barry.
Hello, Mr. White. How are you? I'm super excited to be here this evening watching the final, the Qatar Open 9-ball Championships final. Can't wait to see all the action live. How are you going this evening?
Yeah, exactly the same as you. Really looking forward to this match. I mean, 2 fabulous players that we get to see here, Barry. And how good is our job? All we have to do is just sit here and hopefully describe the action. Well, it's actually Josh Filler who won the lag. I'm sorry about that. I'm human as well, you know. I do make mistakes. Normally about 30, so there's just 29 to go. So the left hand up from Bonham in Germany. Breaking off, making that win ball. Our referee just removing the magic rack.
Textbook break from Filler. Using the same speed he's used the entire tournament. And he's had some really good wins along the way, Mark, to get to the final. 128 of the world's best players started playing this event. And we're down to 2 fantastic players. In my opinion, my humble opinion, 2 of the best players on the planet at the moment.
Yeah, certainly. Coping Chung has had some fabulous results lately. Saw him in the last match against against John Mora, of course, Mr. Smooth. He overcame that. Run a bit roughshod over him, didn't he? Winning quite easily in the end. John Mora just not getting going, but Filler renowned for his very quick starts. How do you see this one going, Barry?
Oh, I think it's going to be a very contested final. And I think it's going to be a final with not many errors. These guys are both playing textbook pool. I mean, you've got the European style Filler, very textbook. You could even say he could have been a snooker player in another life. Reincarnated as a pool player now. He's just so textbook. His fundamentals are great. He plays with such ease around the table. And it looks like there's no shot that phases him. But this is a final, and as you all know out there, when there's pressure in a final situation, playing for $50,000 US, anything can happen.
Yeah, perfect start here. And if he can continue breaking like that, we've got a really close match on our hands. Because as we saw in our first semi-final, Coping Chung is just breaking like a dream.
He wastes no time, does he? It's almost as if he can play to a 10-second shot clock. He is really quick. Elemental 9 here to deposit the first frame.
So first blood then, Barry to the German, and we're going to see our unique break format now.
Yes, please explain it to me and the viewers out there at home, Mark. This is a different break format we've used for this event. How does it go?
I was hoping you was going to answer that, but okay, I'll have a go. So you'll notice now, even though it's winner breaks, Josh Filler broke the first one and won the first rack, of course, but it's Coping Chung who's coming to the table to break, and that's because, kind of like tennis, Barry, where when they start a match, both players get a chance to serve, so both players are getting 1 break each, and now from now on it will be 2. If you win the rack, you get a maximum of 2 in a row. So there's no chance of anyone putting a huge pack together. I kind of love it. It's I think it's a little bit fairer, to be honest.
It's a good compromise between the alternate break and the winner break format, where with a winner break format, if the table's breaking really easy, a person can put a six-pack on you, and the other person doesn't get an opportunity to play. This is I think, a good compromise between the two.
Yeah, and it saves travelling all that way across from wherever you've come from, especially for you guys from down under, where you have to travel basically halfway around the world if you want to play any tournaments now. So it's a long way to go to not even, to just maybe only get the lag. We saw that, of course, with Jason Shaw when he travelled all the way from the States to the UK for a tournament, got beat by the Butcher, Mieszko Fortunski 8-0, and never got a shot apart from the lag, and they decided then to change the rules, didn't they?
Wow, can you imagine that, training for months and years on end to get to a big tournament, travelling 20 hours to get somewhere, and then we're losing a lag, then not playing a shot? That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, that's not what any of us want to see. We want to get a chance to see all the guys playing, don't we, and breaking. And as you can see, exact replica really of Josh Filler in the first rack. Perfect break. And he's in again here.
Oh, he's got enough off his shot there. Looks like something happened in the crowd that put him off there, so he's just going to recompose himself. Giving the shot the full attention it deserves. Didn't go hard at the pocket, hit the side knuckle, still went in.
Yeah, I like that about Ko-Ping Chung, the way, he doesn't rush anything, but then again, he's not slow, Barry. He's got a really nice rhythm.
He's deceptively quick. And his demeanour on the table, I mean, he looks like a little guy, but he's an absolute beast of a pool player. He is scary. I would not want to play this guy for money, I'll tell you this now. The guy doesn't miss.
I wouldn't play you for money. I've got some questions for you today.
Far away, mate. In between the frames, far away, as much as you like.
I absolutely will. I'm going to see if I can catch you out today as well. I've got a little thing I call my 30-second shot clock. We are playing on a 30-second shot clock here. Not that you can see it on your screens. The referee is holding a stopwatch in his hand. And I've got a little 30-second shot clock quiz for you coming up during one of the racks, during one of the breaks, mate.
And Ko-Ping Chung is replying in kind to Joshua Filler's break and run with a break and run of his own.
Yeah, very appreciative audience there, giving them a well-deserved round of applause. We're 1-1, and this, well, could be all about the break, Barry. So that's where this really does come into play, this lovely break format that we've got. Music going on in the background.
I know, I'm bobbing my head on the side here. It's just great. It's great atmosphere here at the Qatar Open.
Yeah, and I like that about Paul. I hope it never goes too far down the snooker route where it's just dead silence all the time, and referees asking the players, the spectators not to move and all that. That's part of pool, right? It's closer to darts than it is to snooker.
Yeah, it's definitely, the atmosphere in here is electric, and that adds to the sport.
So there you see Ko-Ping Chung breaking off.
Now, remember in the semi-final, he had that one ball dialed in. It was coming off the side, the long rail, and going towards the top right-hand corner pocket. Let's see where that one ball lands. I tell you what, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's an illegal break. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yes, Oh, no, he made a ball. My apologies.
No, it's okay. He made a ball.
He made a ball. Yes. So he got that one ball dialed into the corner pocket, just like in the semi-final. And that allowed him to run the balls very consistently and besting John Morra. But looking at this rack has got the key shot. This rack is getting from the 2 to the 3. I wonder if he's going to play the 3-8 combination here, Mark, or will he opt to play?
Yeah, it goes in this bottom right-hand corner, so I can't see it. There's a real problem here. Barry, look at where the 2 is. He could just, if he gets the right angle on this 2 ball, he can just literally drop the 2 ball in the side pocket and just run down for the 3. I mean, I guess the 6 to the 7 and then 7 back for the 8 is a real key if you want to look for one. And this looks just about perfect. Look at this. You can just drop this 2 in the side, Barry, and he's going to be on this 3 ball.
Perfect. He's put the white ball exactly where he wanted to be. Took a lot of time there because he realised that it was key in this rack. And now, once he pots a 3 and lands on the 4, he's going to have a table at his mercy to take a 1-frame advantage.
Yeah, and this is a big theme of Koping Chung's game. His cue ball, we mentioned it in the semi-final, Barry, is just pinpoint. He's always finishing just on the right side of balls, not giving him too much to do position-wise. And then, of course, that great position on the next ball, leaving himself unmissable balls, you might say. See, once again there, Barry, perfect angle on this 6 ball to draw off the side rail. He can go either side now of the 7. That's exactly where he wants to be. Leaving himself an angle to come back down for the 8 from the 7. So, key shot now.
Beautiful. Doesn't want to be on the rail, though. That's perfect.
Look at where he put his cue, and look where the cue ball's finished. Absolutely on the spot.
We touched up on this last night, and previous match on the semi-final match, that the Taiwanese players, they're all textbook players. They go to school and they train, and they really play the right, correct lines, and their pattern play spot on. Yes. It's going to be 2-1 very shortly. And it just feels like the match just started. They're not wasting much time.
Yeah, 2 of my favourite players, to be honest, in action here. And I believe the right to have got to the final, Barry, of this Qatar Open, and the winner. That 50 grand first prize. So, route to the final. Schwifilla. Allegayan. 16. Then that very tough match against Victor Zelensky, winning on the hill 11-10. Koping Chung disposing of the Dutchman Mark Bijsterbosch 11-4 in the last 16 as well. And then the quarterfinals. Simon Corral was Filla's victim in that, and as we saw, John Morra went down 11-7 yesterday. So here we go then, breaking off. It's Filla.
Well, the one ball caught the knuckle there and has come back. So he hasn't got the one ball over the corner this time. He's going to have to play a long shot to open up his account.
Yeah, and this is what Filla is renowned for, these long sort of straight in-ish pots. He can either draw off the side rail here. I don't think he can he get past the 9 and avoid the scratch? I don't think so. He might be able to. So position here to this 2-ball is the key shot. I think it's too much angle to draw straight off it. He's looking now to see if he can draw over to the rail somewhere and get a shot at it, but it doesn't look on to me, mate. Just a little discussion there. Not sure what they're talking about. Maybe called for an extension. No, did he call for an extension? He could have done.
Let's see what he's decided to do. Played a safety.
Wow, that's something you don't see very often, Barry. A safety shot from Josh Filler.
Yes, but it wasn't his best safety shot. Coping Chung's got a full ball to work with here, and it looks like he can make this and get on the 2.
Yeah, that could be why he doesn't really play safe that often. Not a good shot there, was it? May regret that, because this is on, Barry.
Oh, he's got him behind the 4, so he has to masse a little bit around the 4. He has to swerve a little, raising his cue.
Yeah, really well judged that as well, wasn't it? Couldn't really do too much, just a little sort of containing safety.
Should be another safety here, using the black ball as cover. Didn't get there, didn't quite get there, Mark.
Yeah, he's the nearly man at the moment. Just his safety game is, it's not too bad. As part of the Mosconi Cup team, I mean, he's been. He
was MVP last year, wasn't he, Mark?
Yeah, I think he's won it. I think that might be 3 times now, or at least twice that he's won MVP. Jason Shaw, another regular winner of the MVP. They really are 2 of the key guys in the Mosconi Cup for Europe, and they had a great coach, Alex Lely, who is no longer there, of course, just been taken over by Ralph Eckhart. And one of the things Alex Lely used to be very, very good at was the safety side of things, and he'd done a lot of coaching with Team Europe with the safety side of the game. So I'm surprised his safety isn't a little bit better.
Well, mind you, the way he plays, the way he pots balls and plays position, he's probably not playing safe as often as other players. He's probably the best potter in the world at the moment, Filler.
Yeah, I think he's the straightest shooter. He's kind of reminds me of Judd Trump from the snooker world. Very, very talented left-hander. Not too much backswing. And really, with this compact cue action, there's really not much that can go wrong.
He goes through the ball very well, but what did go wrong this time is that he didn't get the safety shot right, and Ko-Ping Chung is going to make him pay for his mistake. Oh, there's a phone going off now.
I was just going to say that little gadget in the referee's hand, he's not on his telephone texting his girlfriend. He's actually, that's the stopwatch that he's using.
Good shot. Good shot there from, what a nice touch there from Ko. Beautiful shot.
And at the moment, Josh Filler is being beaten in the safety department.
What do you do now if you're Josh Filler? Where's the route? How do you get to the 1?
I asked Ko-Ping Chung to play it for me.
I wonder if so is he looking 1 rail here? 1 rail underneath the black? Playing it at pace to with a little bit of right-hand spin to sharpen. Yes. Oh, he's hit the 3. Oh, it's a good hit.
Yeah, it's a good hit. He was blocking our view for a second, but the round of applause from the audience kind of let us know. Thanks for that, guys. Yeah, one of the hardest shots to play when you're playing off 1 rail any unwanted side or unintentional side that you get on the cue ball, it's going to throw the angle, exaggerate it. So well judged there from Josh Villa. Had to play it, as you said, with a little bit of right hand side just to check it. So well judged, but he's left it on.
Fires a double in.
Yeah, these pool players are never scared to take on a bank shot, are they? They're not really a shot you see snooker players. It's kind of a last resort for a snooker player, where on a pool table they don't mind banking the balls in.
Well, they're just so talented, Mark. They're so good at what they do. They've really honed in on their craft. Years and years of practice and discipline, and a bank shot, it's just another shot to them. It's part of their repertoire. Especially these high-level players, two of the best in the world, they're going to be ultra aggressive. Every chance they get to attack, they will.
Perfect angle here on this 3-ball. Just has to concentrate on making the ball. Cue ball will be coming back across for the 4 into the opposite bottom corner pocket. So head still and get that lovely maple cue through the ball. Oh, he's overdone it, has he? No, it's perfect. He's gone short side. Oh, look at this, Barry. Once again, Chung showing us immaculate cue ball control. And once again, nice angle on this 6-ball. Can stun back to the centre of the table again for position onto the 8. And now has options here where he can just play follow, or he can play a stun round 2 rails. I think he's going to go with the high ball here, though. That tends to be his favoured shot. Yeah, there you see, striking high on the cue ball, so lots of top spin. Oh, how well has he hit this? Well, just about perfect. Just drop this in the corner then for a 3-1 lead. He's looking good. I hope you're enjoying this in Qatar. We're enjoying the party here. It's Barry Black and Mark White. Yeah, nothing black and white about this game though. 3-1 Chung. Well, sure it's going to be closer, especially with that break format that you see. Even though Chung won that rack, Josh Villa stepping up to break. Maximum of 2 breaks for the players, and I'm growing to like this format actually. There you see Villa about to break on the Mr. Sung Rasson table. Good start to the match, Barry.
Yes, Joshua Fiddler's got to repay in kind now with a break and run of his own. He doesn't want to let Chung get away from him early in the match.
Yeah, although it's a race to 13 in this final, battling for that $50,000 first prize. Filler doesn't want to let Koping Chung get too far ahead. If he can keep it at 2 racks for now, maybe even get it back to 1 after this. He's left himself a little bit of work to do here.
He's got to be a little bit careful here now. That's a big 9 ball.
He could even use it, could just brush off it. Might be able to miss it completely though. Yeah, he missed it completely. Oh, as you said, the big 9 ball. Now, has he had a little bit of a friendly bump there or not? You can never tell with Joshua.
He's having a good look at it now.
This is a WPA sanctioned event, of course, and I was recently at the World Women's 10 Ball in Austria, and the men were playing the World WPA 8 Ball Championship, and I got the chance to have a little interview with Joshua Filler, and he was telling me how he doesn't play for money, he plays for trophies and titles.
I tell you what.
I was just going to say, Barry, I bet he won't turn down the 50,000 though when they give it to him.
Well, he's winning so many titles. He's making plenty of coin now. But he's hooked himself behind the black and is going to have to go airborne here. He's a really good jumper of the balls. I know we always talk about guys like Fedor Gorst, but he's really good too. I back him to make this.
Didn't use the jump cue. He didn't use the air rush. He used the BK Gold Rush, which is his break cue. So he only had to jump the very edge of the 8 ball. That's why he didn't go fully airborne. Just kind of hopped over the edge of the 8 ball. So very, very good shot there from Filler with the break cue. Oh, look at this.
Lovely shot. Lovely shot going around the world there to get on the 9 ball. Still got to keep still on the shot. Out of the pocket.
Yeah, and the top pros are just so good at that shot off the rail, aren't they? I mean, to me, that's a horrible shot, but they just get down, keep their head down, as you say, and knock them in. And he's brought it back now to 3-2. Barry and I, you can't see us off camera, but we're having a little bit of a jig.
Bobbing our heads from side to side. The music is great. The atmosphere is great. 2 of the very, very best pool players in the world giving it all for this $50,000 first prize.
What more do we need, Barry, in life, hey? Good pool, good music, a good buddy to have a little bit of a chat about the action with as well.
Spot on. And now with this double break format, it's now Koping Chung's turn to break. Keep an eye on that yellow 1. He's been hitting the break so consistent the entire event. He's dialed that 1 ball over the top corner pocket, and I mean close.
Yeah, and watch the 4 ball as well into this bottom right corner. That's what he's going for. And as you mentioned, there goes the 1 ball.
That's an illegal break. He hasn't got another ball past the head string, so we're going to see Filler come back to the table now.
Yeah, so they're playing the 3-point rule. I guess I should just explain that very quickly to you guys. You have to make a total of 3 points, and Koping Chung there reflecting on the fact that, well, he made a ball on the break, but didn't make another 2 points by getting balls past the head string. And that's why Filler has come back to the table, and he's straight back in here with a chance to draw level.
Yeah, the 3-point rule was put there many years ago to force the players to hit the balls hard, really hard, to power break the balls. And it's a great rule because no one wants to see a soft break. We want to pull. Power pull is about big breaking and running the racks. And this is a quick match. These guys are playing lightning fast, Mark. Filler doesn't even look like missing. He is in the zone. Look at him.
I feel like I'm running the 100 metres I do. I'm getting out of breath just commentating, watching them run around the table.
I tell you what, he's not wasting any time. I reckon he's going to run this rack out within 2 minutes. But you see that with Filler. When he's playing good, he speeds up a little bit. He's already got a really fast tempo. And that's why they call him the killer Filler. On the pool table, he takes no prisoners.
Just shows you. Now, in the semi-final, when Coping Chung played against John Mora, there were a few occasions where he got a little bit lucky, where he got nice little kissings that helped him make the 3-point rule. I did say at the time, if you remember, Barry, he was breaking a little bit soft sometimes, Coping Chung, and it's cost him a rack there.
And I wonder how big that's going to be at the end. Every rack counts. It's a race of 13. Every single rack counts, especially when you're alternating the break every 2 racks. Whereas with the winner break format, you can make a mistake here and there, fall behind 4 or 5 frames, and then catch up at any time. But when it's a double break format like we have at the moment, every single frame is crucial. You want to keep in contention, stay close to your opponent.
So we'll get his second chance at breaking the balls, of course, because you get two breaks. So he'll have to hit these a little bit harder. He's just asking the referee there to check a couple of gaps, maybe, as we say on the London Tube, on the London Underground. Mind the gap. So here we go. Oh, look at this. Look at this for a break. Didn't want the 1 ball in, but he won't mind looking where the position of the 2 is. 2 balls down off the break, 2 past the head string. So he's made a total of 4 points there. And I think he's going to make another point on the scoreboard to take the lead again, because I can't see any problems here, Barry. Can you?
Oh no, the balls have opened up like a flower. They really have. No 2 balls are close together.
Yeah, he's certainly blooming as a pool player, isn't he? So 3 in the side.
It's a good shot there of Filler in the background watching intently his opponent. Sometimes as a pool player, when you're sitting in the chair, I mean, all you can do is watch, but you still want to keep yourself focused and wait for your opportunities to respond when it's your turn to break. And Filler will have the break next.
Yeah, interesting point you just made there. There's some players who don't like to watch their opponents. They just simply switch off. You know, even Ronnie O'Sullivan is known for putting a cloth over his face sometimes when he's trying to get in the zone and doesn't want to watch his opponent. So not everybody does, but you're right. I think it's good to keep focused, however you might do that.
Perfectly on the 9 ball here. put himself one frame back in front.
Right, I've got a little bit of a quiz for you. This is something I call my 30-second shot clock, Barry. I'll ask you some questions.
Sure.
I want one-word answers, okay? Are you ready?
Okay.
Here we go. Your time starts now. How much of our sport is in the head?
95%.
Paul, is it a sport or is it a game?
It's a sport.
Triangle rack or template?
Template.
9-ball or 10-ball?
10-ball.
Best ever American?
Earl Strickland.
Best jumper in the world?
Fedor Gorst.
Best kicker?
Albin Ushan.
Nicest attitude?
Oh, nice. David Arcady.
Favourite opponent?
My favourite opponent?
Sorry, your favourite two people playing together. We could go back to that. We could have to carry it on because I messed up the questions a little bit.
Sure.
Don't worry, we'll come back to that a little bit later. I like your answers though.
So can you see the one ball here? Can you see the edge of the one?
Yeah, you can. And you can see Ping Chung in the background. A little bit worried.
He doesn't like where he's landed. He's tilted his head to the side. He wanted plenty of angle to get back on the 4. And now he's just got that big 6-ball in the way. He's going to have to negotiate a good route for the white ball here.
Great shot. An example there, never afraid to leave a longer shot. Didn't try anything fancy, just made the ball. And now he's got a very makeable 4-ball, guaranteed to be on the 5.
Yeah, that was definitely his plan B. He opted to put the white ball in that little space. And that, I mean, this is what Filler can do. He normally runs the balls inch perfect, but when he does need to make a backup plan around the table, he does so really well. He executed that shot perfectly. And he's back in line now to stop your rock there.
Yeah, you'll notice there that Josh Filler has actually made the switch. He's gone to the dark side, as I like to say. He's swapped the maple for the carbon fibre using the Predator Revo shaft there.
Yeah, he was playing with a Z shaft for many, many years. And he's equally deadly with the black shaft as he is with the carbon shaft as he is with the wooden shaft.
Well, we've got the black and white show on the commentary, Barry Black and Mark White, and we've got the black and white show in the arena. Josh using black, Ping Chung using the maple.
Honestly, Mark Filler he's just that good. You could put a tip on the end of a broom and he'll still be able to break and run the balls, I bet. He's that good.
I mentioned that I interviewed him in Austria recently, and the winner of the women's 10-ball was Cesca Centino, nicknamed the Flash. And I've always called her the Filipino from Manila because she's, she really is as quick as Josh. A lot of people say her game is very, very similar. She stands kind of the same. She's a left-hander. Very, very quick, hence the nickname The Flash, and actually went on to take the title this year. Well done, Cesca Centino, just 24 years old.
Wow.
And she actually nearly gave the game up last year.
Really? Why is that? Why does she nearly give the game up for? Something she's so good at.
Just because maybe she wasn't winning as much as she thought she would. many different reasons, right? Can be family issues, can be anything. You know what this pool game's like. Sometimes we have to give it up and, concentrate on making a living.
Well, you asked me earlier how much I thought the game was in our head, and I said 95%. Yes, of course you need skill. Of course you need skill. Of course you need knowledge to play the game. You need technique. But the very first thing you need is belief. Belief to win. Belief to sit there and practice and train for years on end and learn and harness your craft before you go out there. And when you're competing, again, you need belief that you can win. So, yeah, absolutely. The reason why it's a sport and not a game is because I liken, let's say, another game like chess. You know the moves, but you have to move your hand. You can move your hand, but your hand could be trembling at the time to move it. Whereas in this game, you know what shot to play, but because of your nerves and the way you feel, you may not be able to execute the shot. That's why it's a sport, in my mind.
Yeah, very well said. And as we look at that break, you notice the one ball, he's made 3 balls on the break, no balls past the head string, a couple of balls hit the points, and one of them was the one ball, and that's the second time that's happened for Filler, and he hasn't got a shot on this one ball, so he's made 3 balls off the break, no shot on the one.
He's having a good think now. Where do I push to? How do you trick someone like Chung or challenge him? Take a shot on.
Yeah, after the break, you are allowed to play a push shot, whether you're the incoming player or the player at the table. So you can choose to push. You can play anywhere. You don't have to hit a rail.
Interesting push out there, Mark. He hasn't really moved the white ball much. He's allowing his opponent to have an easy kick shot. But the question is, can he kick safe? And will he pass it back?
No, he's going, he just looked at the possibility of the jump shot. He's going airball. Now, this is such a difficult jump. And the fact that it's so difficult is because the 3 ball, the intervening ball, is much closer to the object ball than the cue ball is to the intervening ball. So he's giving it back to Filler Barry, and I don't blame him for that.
Good decision there. We'll find out in just a few moments.
And those of you may not be able to see my co-commentator, Barry Black, but if you want a little image of what he looks like, he looks a little bit like Alex Kazakis.
Thank you, Mark.
I think
he's I don't think I look.
That's a compliment.
I don't think I look. Yeah, of course. I'm mates with Alex. He's a lovely guy, but I don't think we look alike. We have a very distinct. Actually, you know what we do? We kind of do. Yeah, both have a similar nose.
I know how it feels because a lot of people say I look like Brad Pitt, and I don't think I look anything like Brad Pitt. So there you go. Back to the serious stuff on the table. This is the final of the 2023 Qatar 9-Ball Open, of course. Nicely poised at 4-4 race to 13. Who's going to lift the trophy and receive the first prize of $50,000, $50,000 US.
He's jumping here. He wants to go safe for this jump. He's he's banked the one, but it's like a 2-way shot here. And he's got him with a 6. Good result. Taking that all day.
Yeah, not too shabby prize for second, is it? 25,000, and our losing semi-finalists received 12,500. So big money on offer in the WPA Qatar Open, and there's lots more to come as well.
He just wants to edge the one towards the back rail and send the white ball back up the table. Beautiful.
Wow, what a shot he's got him there. What a lovely touch that was, Barry.
Yeah, his safety game is immaculate. I mean, Chung, he's not afraid to get involved in safety. He's probably one of the best safety players in the world. It's almost as if Filler wants to keep the match open and attacking and aggressive, because that's really his full strength, open aggressive play. Chung's got it on all levels when it comes to safety and also at running the balls. That's a great resafe though there from Filler. Really good.
Yeah, this time using the air rush to jump over the intervening ball. Great shot. I think he's got him back, has he? Oh, I think he might have an edge here, Barry. He might be able to snick this one in, catch the 9 ball and hold him on the 2. What about that for a guesstimate? He's going rail first, maybe. Kick and stick.
And that's a perfectly executed kick and stick.
Now, can Filler play a kick and stick of his own? He might go. Do you know, he might jump this? Yeah, yes. He might jump over the 9 here and play a kick and stick. Was he called? He hasn't called the pot. I don't think. He's going to jump 2 rails here. Watch this. Over the 9, 2 rails, make the 1 in the side. What a brilliant shot that is. We're seeing some really good stuff from these 2 guys. Thoroughly enjoying this. I don't know about you, Barry.
Oh, safety battles are my favourite part of the game. That's when you see the person's true strength. And as we were saying earlier about emotions, in general, the safety battle play, the winner is the person that keeps his emotions in check, keeps it simple, and is more patient than the opponent.
Look at their eyes. Well, he's got a path through to this. He could bank this and hold on the 3 for the 2. How aggressive is he feeling? Filler's pretty aggressive, as we know. Oh, he could cut it in. Huge amount of left-hand side on that cue ball as well. Left-hand spin, checking it off the rail, holding it for the 2. Good position here. Could take the lead. And he came to this tournament after winning his 6th Euro Tour title as well. And trust me, those Euro titles are very, very hard to win. Always minimum of 250 players in them. And he's won 6 of them. So this 5 ball. 6 in the side. Just drop this 6 in. And this could be the first time he's taken the lead, is it?
Yeah, you know what he's like when he gets in front. He just keeps on marching on. Filler the killer.
Yeah, and this is turning into a thriller. So the party continues here in Qatar. Josh Filler takes the lead for the first time and he's decided to go out for a little break. So we're going to take a short break and we'll be back with the remainder of this match very soon. Welcome back to Qatar and the final. Nicely poised 5-4 now to Joshua Filler. Was almost 3 racks down at one stage. Chung to break though. Still with me in the booth. I didn't know he's really a fishmonger by trade. the man originating from Greece is Mr. Barry Black. Are you still there, Barry?
Yes, I am. I wouldn't miss it for the world. This match is enthralling. It's thrilling. I can't wait to see the conclusion. We're now at the mid part of the match. And coping Chung to break. He hit them soft again. You know, you'd think he would pick up his speed a little bit after getting the illegal break earlier, but he's got a beautiful break. 1 and 2 over the pocket. Corner pocket. 2 to 3 is the key shot in this rack. And that 3 ball's in the same spot it was earlier, 2 racks ago.
Yeah, and very, very... He was being very meticulous about that rack then. And I think the way that he's breaking is very important, that every single ball is touching, because as we saw, he had an illegal break earlier on in the match. So he's making sure there's absolutely no gaps in that rack, asking the referee to recheck them. And as you can see, perfect on this 1 ball. Now remember, before I talked about what Jeremy Jones said, great bit of advice about using your 60 seconds when you've got them. You can't get time back, and he's using that every single time. Very, very wise. Shows he's thinking clearly, Barry.
Oh, he's absolutely focused. He wants to win that $50,000 first prize, but more importantly than the money, I don't think that both these guys play for the money. I think they play for the titles and the accolades. You know, money comes and goes. You make it, you spend it, but what's left is that title. To be crowned the winner of the Qatar Open. And this is an event that has been played for 14 years. It really is a big, big event to put in your repertoire.
Look at this. Look at this for a shot. Absolute beautiful shot he's played there. Full length of the table, bounced off the back rail nicely on this 3 ball.
And that really was the key shot in this rack. And that's why he took his extra time extension and made sure that he got on this ball well. And now the rack is at his mercy. Should tie the match up here.
Little drawback off this 4 ball. 4 and 5 into the same pocket, probably the 6 into the same pocket as well. We've got a little bit of 1 pocket action going on here, Barry.
All 3 balls are going to go in the same pocket.
Yeah, we might even see the 9 go in the same one as well. Let's see how he manoeuvres the cue ball. He's perfect on this 5 just to draw past to where you saw there.
Look at the intensity in his eyes. He's giving every shot the attention that it deserves. So experienced. He's only a young man, 28 years of age, but he's got a lifetime of knowledge and experience behind him.
Yeah, the middle coat, as he's known. Older brother Ko Pin Yi, younger brother Ko Pin Han. What a wonderful life they have, travelling around, 3 brothers together, just enjoying playing pool.
These guys are superstars back in Taiwan. They get mobbed at the airport when they go back after winning an event.
I get mobbed when I go back to the airport as well, normally by customs.
So yes, it's true, Mr. White. I am a fishmonger by trade, but I guarantee you every fibre in my body since the age of 8 years of age has been a pool player. I live and breathe pool. I own 45 cues, Mr. Mark. 45 cues, and I watch every single match online every moment of the day that I can, worldwide. So I'm pool fanatic. The most beautiful game on earth.
You're You're in good company then, mate, because I'm also a fanatic. I'm absolutely so passionate about it. But I haven't got 42 cues. Never mind a fishmonger. You're a cue monger by the sounds of it. So once again, inspecting that rack. And I'm sure this is because he's breaking not.
Beautiful view there of Qatar. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen.
It was a bit of a shock to my system there. The beautiful view of Qatar, as you're saying. Qatar, one of the richest countries in the world, if not the richest. And one of these players is going to be $50,000 richer after this one. Now then, has he got a way through to this, Barry?
It looks like he wants to masse around the purple 4-ball. And he's going to go for his jump cue. Because he only has to jump over the edge, so it can be really accurate here. Doesn't have to go full flight. He's not a tall gentleman by any means.
Yeah, he's one of the smallest players on the circuit, isn't he? And what you got to watch here is to keep that cue ball on the table. Whenever the object ball is very close to the rail, it can be very, very awkward. Oh, what a great effort.
He got robbed there. He hit that so good. Just missing the shot. And all the momentum now is going to go back over to Filler. Because Phil will be up now for 2 consecutive breaks, and he can win this rack and potentially put 2 more racks on his side. So, what a big turnaround that could be.
How are you finding the format for this, Barry, this break? I'm loving it.
Oh, I'm loving it as well. Like, as we touched on it earlier, to have 2 consecutive breaks in a row each. As opposed to one at a time, it's that nice compromise between winner break format and alternative break format. The great thing with the alternative break format and this particular format is that every single frame counts. Whereas with the winner break format, you can fall behind, you can make a few errors, and then all of a sudden you can go Tinkerbell and put a 6-pack on your opponent and win the match. This is every frame, every single ball, every mistake is crucial. And that man over there in the corner, he knows it.
He's in a hurry now, isn't he? He's speeding up. And having said that, he's overrun this slightly, so maybe just a little bit quick on that 8-ball. Still be okay though. Man of his potting ability, as you said earlier, probably one of the best potters in the world. Well, Qatar certainly pulling out all the stops there. You might have seen on the building there, they kind of projected the 2 finalists up onto one of the very many tall buildings here in Qatar. Great to see, hey Barry, that the sport of pool is growing again, and lots of nice little touches like that from Qatar there, and the WPA getting together, producing a tournament of quality.
Well, this tournament itself is is amazing. 128 of the world's best players came down for a $300,000 prize purse. And I'm so glad that they brought this tournament back. The last winner of this event was 13, 14 years ago, I believe, was Mika Immonen. And he came in as defending champion this year. So what just happened there?
Well, stop press. A terrible miss. Didn't hit it hard enough. Chung just didn't get enough pace in it. Unbelievable.
You know, that was the first illegal break that Filler actually made, and it was an opportunity for Chung to put some pay to that error. And to miss a ball that was over the pocket, it's like he almost forgot to pot the ball.
Look at this. You see the way he used the bridge there. Didn't change his arm at all. He played it as if he was playing a normal shot. Normal cue position with the back arm. Interesting, that one, Barry.
Oh, yeah. This guy is a man of many talents. Not something you see every day. Oh, and that's something you don't see every day. Filler missing a ball.
Well, both players, maybe, as we enter the second half of this match, both players are beginning to feel just a little bit of pressure. You'd never see him miss that in 100 times. Put a little bit of pressure in the way, though. All of a sudden, it's a different game, isn't it?
Yeah, this is touching back to what I said earlier about the mental part of the game. Pool players, professionals, and amateurs alike, we know what we need to do. And sometimes when there's a bit of doubt or a bit of nerves, or even sometimes when you're not in the moment and you're thinking, you're goal orientated, you're thinking about the result of the match, about to win, you go out of present time and you forget to do what you have to do and you don't pot the ball. So it could be a combination of pressure. It could just be him being so overconfident that he forgot to aim the ball in.
Yeah, we have a great mental coach in the UK. Works with a lot of snooker players, pool players, also British cycling team and darts players, swimmers, you name it. He works with them on the mental side of the game. And one of the things he often says is stay in the present, forget about the past. It's gone. You can't change that, but you can do everything about your next shot. Stay in the moment, as you just said. Matt Andrews, great guy. If you want a little bit of help with the mental side, he's your main man. Even worked with the great Ronnie O'Sullivan back in the day.
Oh, that's very impressive. I'm definitely going to look him up after this match is over. Now, Chung, very well aware that this could be a turning point in the match on his half. His rhythm is always the same. Whether he's behind or in front, you would never know. His pre-shot routine is down pat. It's so consistent. It's always the same. Now wants to spin the ball around now, a couple rails. Where he want white ball to land after he makes this ball.
Tremendous temperament around the table, Chung, as you said. You can't tell from his face what he's thinking or feeling inside. Just remains calm, but never see him angry. Smile on his face most of the time as well. Really, really lovely lad. Lovely family.
He wins the crowd over wherever he plays. Everyone just instantly falls in love with him. And that's the shot of Joshua Filler there.
Yeah, he's not short of a few fans either, is he, around the world? The killer, him and his wife. What a lovely life they've got as well. Husband and wife travelling around the world playing pool. Doesn't get better than that, Barry, does it? I'd love to meet somebody who loves playing pool. I'm available, guys and girls. Well, not guys, but girls. As we see the 9 ball disappear, and I want to disappear into a big hole now. I like everyone. If you've got a nice personality, you're kind. There he is, look, there's Mr. Anderson, and there's our new president. Look at that. Ishan Singh in the front row there. Ian Anderson, of course, who has departed and replaced by Ishan, doing some great things. And that guy enjoying his pool as well.
I want to answer this question, Mark. You asked me earlier who I thought the best two Scotch doubles partners would be worldwide, and my answer would be Josh Fafilla and Jason Shaw. That would be my pick.
Yeah, good call. Now, you might have just seen a shot there in the background of Jorgen as well, and I had the pleasure of meeting him in Austria. He used to be president of the WPA for many years. He's moved on up to the WCBS. I had a lovely chat with him in Austria. Jorgen, what a gentleman. Done so much for the sport.
He didn't want to pot that one ball in the corner pocket. He didn't want to see that ball disappear. Now he's going to have to play a safety shot off this two ball off the back rail. I wonder if he's going to play a shot just where a bit of left-hand side on the white, split the wicket, two ball on the left-hand side, white ball behind the 7 and 9 as blockers. Nicely done.
Just as you called it. Yeah, just as you called it. I heard a little cricket term there, of course. Austria, you're from Australia. Great, great cricket nation. And we have many battles over the years, don't we? For the Ashes, Aussies against the English. A rivalry that's been going on for many, many years. Are you a cricket lover as well, are you, Barry?
This might shock you, but I actually only watch one sport, and that's pool. I don't watch any other sport. No rugby, no cricket, no tennis. I like a sport with lots of balls, and this is lots of beautiful coloured balls. I love pool.
You should play bingo more.
There's a very good return safety shot there from Chung. He did have the edge of the ball to work with, and Joshua now has to play a very good kick shot, and he needs to get the speed right. So when he hits the ball, he gets good separation, which he has done. And the 4-ball has come to his rescue here.
Yeah, and if you notice the way he played that, Barry, he played it with a lot of pace, burying, and I think he played a bit of bottom on it as well to straighten the angle off of that side rail, because there was a ball in the way, actually. I think the 8 or the 4, was in the way there of the natural angle, so he had to bury it into the rail to distort the angle of the cue ball coming out. So it was a great shot there from Filler.
Very well struck there. Hit that ball full in the face, got a stop shot. Beautiful. I think he has to get his jump cue here, Mr. Mark.
He's looking to see if he's got a thin edge on this, and if he has, he could put the cue ball back exactly where it is now. And he might even have a chance at making this 2-ball.
Oh, good call. He actually hit that thick.
Well, he hit it too thick, didn't he? Caught it too thick. Had he not have done, there you see him just pointing his cue on the rail where he wanted to hit the rail, because he would have got right back down behind that. So that's a big mistake. Things really hotting up now in the final here in Qatar.
Isn't it amazing? The first 7-8 frames, both players played inch perfect. All the balls were centre of the pocket. Position play was crisp. And now, midway of the match, we've seen a couple of errors from both players. One ball missed over the middle pocket, over the corner pocket by Chung, most prominent. It's amazing. Pressure is building up in this final match. Referee there on it, just making sure he does not touch that 7. All WPA events are all ball fouls. So even if his shirt touches the ball, it's a foul. The referee's doing his job there by being close to the action, making sure everything's kosher. Look how smooth he hit that. He plays that shot so well.
Yeah, and even though he's playing them with no pace whatsoever, you know, he's still, as you just said, he gets that tip through the cue ball still to get maximum action on that white ball. Last year was Francis Ruiz's year. You could say this year is Chung's. He's already won the US Open. He won the International Open there at Sharks. And now looking to add this title to his very, very impressive resume.
Yeah, we do tend to see that, don't we, with pool players. They go on these runs for a season or two where they absolutely dominate. And I wonder why that is. Is it confidence? Is it good routine? Is it hunger? You're hungry and you're training harder, and then when you get to the top of the ladder, you let go. I wonder what that is. But FSR, he broke better than anyone else, and he was so focused. He dominated. But now you are 100% right. Chung is right up there.
Yeah, but you just hit the nail on the head there. It's confidence. How many times have we seen in sport where somebody doesn't, you know, they're always knocking on the door. They're called the nearly man. Oh, he nearly won this, he nearly won that. It's that confidence. And once you get one, once you break that seal, it just seems to flow even more, because it's that belief that you find in yourself and just gives you that edge that no one else around you has. It's almost like you've got an untouchable aura around you.
Well, that's what FSR had for a long time. Good shot there. Good shot.
And of course, when you have that aura around you, it not only affects you in a good way, it affects your opponents in a bad way, because all of a sudden, hang on a minute, this nearly man is now winning everything. I wonder, does the DJ take requests? What would you ask for? What's your favourite kind of music you like listening to, Barry? Have you got a favourite? Hello, thumbs up, look, from the crowd.
Everyone's loving the action here at the Qatar Open 9-ball.
Yeah, I recently commentated in Puerto Rico, called the Party Island, and I'm going back there for the World Teams in November the 7th through the 12th. And this young man will be there representing Chinese Taipei along with his brother, and I believe it's Chow Che Yu, I think. Hasn't been confirmed, but I think that's who the partner is. Josh Filler will be there, of course, with wife Pia, and new team member from last year, Moritz Neuhausen. He's a new kid on the block as well, starting to knock on a few doors. Here we go, 7-6 up.
Race to 13.
Cue ball going dangerously close.
He hit them quite hard this time. And you know, throughout the course of the day, the temperature of the room can change. The humidity of the room can change. And the balls can get a bit stickier as well throughout the rest of the set, as opposed to the beginning of the set when they're freshly polished. And players need to adjust for that. And I just noticed he hit the balls a bit harder than before, but did not dial the one to the corner like he was in the semi-final. So now...
Yeah, and I think it was that little bit of extra pace, Barry, that cost him a little bit of accuracy on that break. It's probably the worst break we've seen him. He still made the wing ball, of course, but no real... I think he can just cut this in, but can he get any kind of shot on the 2-ball? Well, he may be pushing out then.
But the screen's definitely fooling me, because I don't think you can see the one. Okay, so he's going to push out here to the bottom rail. And challenge Filler.
Yeah, the art of pushing out, Barry, is, you know, you want to push out to somewhere where your opponent sort of likes it but doesn't like it enough to put you back in. And obviously Chung has now got a plan in his mind. He's tempting Filler here into cutting this in. Now this is a dangerous game he's playing here, because Filler, as we know, well, he's attacking. I think he's got to attack this, hasn't he? He's coming round to look at the potting angle. No, he's put it back. Well, he says, here you go, Coat. Have a go.
Filler, probably the best potter in the world at the moment. Doesn't like this shot. Probably because if he makes it, he may not have a shot on the 2-ball. So, let's see what Ko's plan was.
I'm just looking at this. Can he go into the 3? No, he can't. Angle wasn't there. A lot thicker than I thought it was, actually. But now he can get a real good safety in here, Barry, behind the 3-ball. Play the 2 past the 3 and really glue the cue ball to the 3. Or is that the 5? It might be the 5, I beg your pardon.
What a really good push-out shot that was from Chung. He cut that 1 ball in so slow, so smooth, and then gave himself an opportunity to play the safety shot. If you're Filler, you kind of feel a little bit like you're thinking, why did I give it back to him for now? You know? That's the art of the push-out.
Exactly. That was a perfect demonstration of playing a perfect push-out, which Chung did. Now he's going for the jump here. Don't be surprised if he makes this in the corner. Well, didn't make it, but didn't give anything away.
Yeah, I'm not surprised he didn't make it in the corner, but I'm surprised he got the hook behind the 4. And now, advantage Filler. What does Ko do here? Does he have the edge to just come off the edge and send the white ball around the table? Is that what he's looking at? Or is he thinking about banking this?
Yeah. I think he's thinking about banking it, mate.
Oh, that would be uber aggressive, especially at this stage of the final. But you know, he's one of the best players in the world. Would definitely be the right shot to play if he's playing it. He has banked it. Banked it soft, and so it widened on him. If he played that firmer, it would have come off sharper.
Yeah, avoided the double kiss there, which could have been a problem.
But still, not a sellout shot. Filler's got to play good safety here.
Yeah, behind the 8, I think, is the order of the day.
And look at this touch. Doesn't want this over the pocket. Doesn't want it to drop. Ooh.
Well, I think he might have preferred it to drop in the end, because this is quite an easy jump now for Ko. And if it had jumped, you know, Josh would have still... If it had dropped, Josh would have had the 3 for a jump as well. So I think he'd rather be at the table controlling things than leaving it in the hands of Ko, one of the best jumpers in the world. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, but he had to play the rail first there, and so had to be ultra accurate. Wasn't far off. But, you know, this is not a game of far off or not. The ball doesn't drop, you lose your turn.
Yeah, and saw our first bit of emotion really there from Ko Ping Chung. Had a little bit of a kick on the floor. But that was such a difficult shot, as you say, because the 2-ball is so far into that corner pocket that it was very difficult to go rail first. Got very close, not close enough. So 2 and 3 into the same pocket.
Yeah, he's nice and fat on this ball too. I'm trying to find a problem error in this table, but I don't see one. They're all really... Like, if this is a practice at home, this is where you want to put the balls. Fillers should have no problem dislodging these balls away now. And we're going to have an even match, Mark. Hard to pick between these two. Neither player is budging an inch. But you were right. Chung was upset with himself there because he knew that was his opportunity to go 2 frames clear.
Yeah, crucial time as well. The moment you don't want to give racks away is when you're coming to the business end of the match. All square again. Hey, Mr. DJ, what have you got?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 2023 Qatar Open. My name is Barry Mavros. I am with Mr. Mark White, and we are now at the business end of the match. Things are heating up here. Chung gearing up to break. The score is 7 frames apiece. Mark, I am loving the action here tonight. This has been going frame for frame the whole way through.
Oh, sorry about that. Did I press a wrong button or something? Back with the action. I don't mind taking the blame.
As I was saying, this match has gone rack for rack, frame for frame, the whole way through. It's intense pressure. We've seen a couple of moments earlier where the players did miss a ball that we were surprised by. And now Chung has got a 1-8 combination. I wonder if he's going to play Karam here. Oh, he's looking at the 1-8 combination.
I think it goes, and I'll tell you what, he's got another shot on the plate here where he can play it, the 1 off the rail onto the back of the 8 and make the 1 off the 8. It might even go straight in, you know. Let's have a look.
Oh.
Wow. What a mistake.
That is a big turning point there. And now Joshua's like, oh no, someone's put his alarm on. There's an alarm going on iPhone. He's smiling away. You know, little things like that can really break in concentration when you're about to shoot.
Yeah, if you're on your backswing, it could make a little bit of it could make a little bit of a difference if you're on your backswing, but no problem there. I'm wondering why somebody needs an alarm clock on their phone. I mean, there's no chance of falling asleep during this. This is a fantastic match.
One of the best I've ever seen, and one of the best I've commentated on. These two players are giving it their all. Uh-oh. Is he going to be behind the 6 ball here? He's hit it a little too hard, Mark.
I think he's still okay. He's having a look up into the audience. I wonder if Pia's in the audience there. She's normally ringside for all these games if she's not playing in a tournament herself. I think there might be a WPBA tournament going on actually at the same time as this.
I think he's going to have to flick this ball in with a bit of left-hand side here, Mark, just to create more, just to make the pot easier. Flick the ball in, if you will, because he is quite close to that 6. There is heaps of left-hand side on the white ball here. Wow, he put too much. He ended up overcutting that ball.
Oh, both players. Yeah, both players feeling the pressure, aren't they now?
But even had he made it, he would have had no shot. It was...
Yeah, he caught it too thick, didn't he, Barry? So the cue ball would have travelled further had he have caught it thinner. Just caught it too thick, didn't get enough spin on the cue ball. Interesting battle.
Well, Phil's not going to be happy about that, but I tell you what, Chung's going to be very happy that happened. Because he now can put these balls away and have the break next to extend his lead.
Straightforward roll through. Nice little stun off the side rail, back to the centre of the table again. Leave himself a nice angle to run it round. Yeah, this is perfect, isn't it? Choices here.
There's a good shot there of his cue action. Holds the cue very light in his hand. Delivers it extremely straight. Years and years of practice.
Yeah, and Jasmine Ocean has a perfect explanation of how hard to actually grip the cue, but Barry, and she says, as we see the 9-ball go in, so Chung going one ahead once again. Yeah, Jasmine says if you want to know how tight to hold the cue ball, imagine you're holding a live bird in your hand. You don't want to let it escape, but you don't want to kill it either. So, you know, just somewhere in between that medium grip. The great Ray Reardon, snooker player, actually once showed me back in the 80s, used to tie a handkerchief around the butt of the cue and hold the handkerchief like that and play a deep draw shot,
really?
Almost full length of the table without even holding the cue, just with the hanky.
Wow. Ray Reardon was amazing. I remember watching his videos back in the 90s. Back in the day where we still had videos, Mark. Now it's all streaming. I guess most of our viewers wouldn't know what a video is.
I remember cine films, black and white, on the big projector screen and the old tape running round it. That's how old I am. And then came talking movies, which was great.
Oh, Mark, you're not that old. I can see you from here. You're very young, and very young at heart too. Fantastic commentator. Good bloke.
So draw back for the 2 into the side.
One thing I've noticed about Filler is even when he does make an error like the last one, he just forgets instantly and just gets on with his action. He doesn't dwell on the past. You know, you've had players in the past that think about a mistake they made and they magnify it more in their mind. Filler's not like that. Filler is just a guy that just gets on with it. Completely focused.
Yeah, and he's one of the few players, after a match, you know, you can't tell whether he's won or lost. I'm always a little bit wary about going to a player to interview them, you know, not knowing whether they've won or lost. If I know they've lost, then I'm not approaching them. But if I'm not sure, you just can't tell with Filler because he takes defeat so well also. Such a nice guy.
Yeah, I've often said, Mark, you see a true champion not when they win, but you actually see them when they lose a big match, the way they conduct themselves. And Filler has often said very kind words to people that have beaten him in finals, and I have the utmost respect for him as a player and as a human being for that fact.
He's finished a little bit awkward on this 6, but he's okay. Hasn't got to do nothing with the cue ball. Just drop it in. Wow, plays it beautifully, doesn't he? Gets a cue through.
So well.
Great shot. Could we be level again? I think we might be.
And this 9 ball to tie the match again at 8 frames apiece.
There you see in the background Chung flying high on the skyscrapers of Qatar. Josh Filler might even make an appearance on there in a minute. Qatar Billiard and Snooker Federation. And of course, federations, Barry, are so important for players. As juniors, Joshua Filler came up, you know, with the German Federation, the Sports Federation. He's a product of that, and it really does work. And that's how to get lots of new talent into this sport, through the federations and then feeding up the system. Here we go. 8-8. Well, we've got a little bit of a cluster forming over there. Is there a gap between? There could be.
Well, if there is a gap between, he has to be a surgeon when he shoots this ball. That is so tight.
Well, yeah. Well, is there a gap through? Needs a fishmonger on that one.
Referee's going to have to be keeping a close eye on this shot. And it doesn't look like it's straight, so you can also twist it with a little bit of right-hand spin. But how important is this shot right now? If he gets this wrong and he gives away ball in hand, it's a massive, massive swing. Momentum shift, so he's taking a long time. Perfect.
A referee on his toes here. There you go. There was a gap. Unbelievable. And now, Barry, all of a sudden, it looks pretty straightforward here.
Ooh, just wobbled, whacked its feet before it dropped. I'm sure his heart was in his stomach right there. At that moment, when you, as a pool player, when you see the ball wobbling like that, you think, oh no. But it's disappeared, it's found gravity.
There's a great snooker player, snooker commentator rather, called Ted Lowe. I'm sure you've heard of him, who used to say the ball wiped its feet before going in, and some say that's going in cleanly. Real bad miss there from Filler.
Yeah, he wiped his feet beforehand, but this time the ball found the door and bobbled out. He didn't even get close. He didn't even get close on that shot. You know, we're just so used to seeing him pot everything off the table. We don't. Even I am, as a commentator, I'm shocked that he's missed that ball. Did not expect it. But if you're going to miss a ball every now and then, why not miss it and then snooker your opponent? Got a bit fortunate there.
Yeah, it just proves Josh Filler is human. You can miss sometimes, and as you said, that was quite some distance he missed that by, but very lucky to get away with it, especially at this stage. So a kick and stick here, trying to get the cue ball over behind the 7.
Big green ball here. Hit the green. Beautiful. Great shot.
I think this is on. I think it's on, Barry. This could be on.
Well, he's having a good look now. But it was a great attempt from Ko. No, it's not on. He's going to have to go.
No, he's jumping. He's jumping. We're going airborne with Lufthansa. I flew with them recently. Great airline. And we're right down the firing line. Play the safety.
Swipe ball going.
Where's the cue ball? Where's the cue ball going?
Ooh.
Oh, he's in trouble here. He can jack up, draw in behind the 7, and play the 3 off the 6 to get a little bit of distance. Yeah, That's right there he wants to be. So raise the butt of the cue. 3 off the 6. Bob's your uncle. He's right behind that 7. See that, what he's looking at there?
Yeah. I was looking at cutting the 3 and getting behind the purple, but no. You might have been better off playing your shot there, Mark.
I'm surprised he didn't play that shot because he's left a dead cert bank on here. Filler's not going to refuse this one, surely.
Looks like even he can't believe he left it on.
Is he playing safe?
Combination, maybe. He went for the combination.
Wow, that was a... Push the boat out there again.
And again, he played a combination and left... I tell you what, he didn't leave much on for Ko, but Ko's going to be able to lock him up really good here. He's so close to his work. He's got such a good touch. I'd be very surprised if it doesn't get him married up behind the 7 in this shot. The brown 7 ball. Just edging the 3. Good shot there. Seeing some safety now. 8 frames apiece. Both players need 5 more racks to win this title. And the pressure is on. Both players are feeling the heat.
Yeah, although that was a safety, it wasn't really an attacking safety. And there's a chance this could go in, you know. Oh, he's just playing a safety off it. How's he got it? Well, he hasn't got the hook, but he's left a piece of it. And Ko can now draw off the side route and hold behind the 6 ball, I think. It's a very colourful jersey he's got on there, isn't it, Josh Filler? You won't hit him at night, will you, if you're driving in your car and he's in the road?
You might hit him if he's your opponent at the final on purpose. Yeah, he's going to play the shot you just said, Mark. He doesn't have a lot of the ball left, so he's got to still be very accurate and use his supreme speed control. Oh, he's going to come off the edge of this. So he had a lot less of it than what we thought.
Well, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that.
He's left him on.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was the shot, to be honest. And he was like trying to control both balls there, the 3 and the cue ball. He'd have been better off maybe concentrating on getting one of the balls safe. This is on. And the last person you want standing there with this shot is Josh Filler. Oh, he couldn't see enough of it, maybe. So, apologies to Mr. Ko. I think we know where this one's going, Barry.
Yeah, he's trying to get right behind that 6 ball. But he needs good speed control, and he is quite far from the 3. But we see professionals play the shot all the time. They make it look easy, but look at how much attention his Kerry's putting into this shot. And that was the reason. He wanted to make sure of a good cue ball. I think it might have. So, yes. Billy can actually see this ball. I think. Yes, he can. This has been a long safety battle, Mark. The longest of the match. At the most crucial part of the match, 8-all. And that's how you play safe, Mr. Filler says. Check out my safety shot, Ko. Get out of this one. Huh.
Well, this is a real close jump. He's taken 2 extensions off of the back of that Ko jump cue. Has to get up and over the 6 ball. It's not quite Marty Carey country. The great jumper, of course, from America. makes his own jump cues. So does Ko.
Oh, look at this.
Now then.
What a response. He jumped safe. And the black is a blocker. Longest frame of the match here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's become a jumping contest. Phillip now going for the air rush.
You'd be trying to make this combination here. Oh! Oh, it's a magician. How did that not drop? I thought for sure the white ball was going to jump off the table there. But now...
It's almost like one of those trick shots, you know, that you see the trick shot artists play, like Florian Kohler and Superman Brian Pauly. You see them jumping over a ball and then going up some cues, coming round the pocket and coming back down and making the ball over the side pocket. It was kind of like that, wasn't it?
They're brilliant. They really, the artistic pool side of pool is just phenomenal. But in the final, what matters is the ball's drop in the hole. And that one,
wow,
again, what can you say? I would never have thought a million years would have missed that shot. And I think it was the pace and the power that he used there. He really had to force the white ball back up the table. And that was the power that kept it out.
Well, I think Ko has probably missed more balls in this match than he's missed in the entire tournament so far.
Absolutely correct there, Mr. Mark. I don't remember him missing any balls in the semi-final. But this is not a semi-final. This is the final. $50,000 goes to first. $300,000 total prize purse. But what's more important than the money is the title. Josh Filler. Yeah, it's timing the ball well now, Josh. Happy as Larry. He loves potting balls off the table.
Well, it's the 17th frame of a possible 25. And it's going to be Josh Filler who goes into a 9-8 lead. Just the 9 ball to go now, which is... well, I don't want to say unmissable because of what we've seen so far, but I don't think he's going to miss this one.
Oh, that's a big sigh of relief there. Sure, he can't believe he won that frame after playing that jump shot. And looks like he's going to take a little break. He's hungry. Players can take a 5-minute break, Mark, and so will we.
Yeah, I think there was a time during the tournament where he was saying that his stomach wasn't all that good. We'll be back, guys. And we are back, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen around the world. Welcome back to Qatar. We're playing the Qatar Open 9-ball 2023. Both of these players looking for that $50,000 first prize. Runner-up, not too shabby at $25,000, of course. Losing semi-finalists Simon Kural and John Mora have already left the building, a bit like Elvis, with $12,500. With me, still in the booth, is Mr. Black himself, Barry Black. It's not Barry White, it's Barry Black.
Yeah, when I was young, my friends used to call me Barry White, poking fun at me. But yeah, my name is Barry Black, and what a match this has been. Frame for frame, punch for punch, round after round. It's still 9 frames to 8 with Ko's break. It's still anyone's match. I can't pick a winner.
Here we go. Familiar sight. Wing ball going in. one ball over that corner pocket. Really has got this break working to an absolute dream anywhere in the centre of the table off this one ball for the 2. Can't really see any problems. Maybe this one to the 2 and then 2 to the 4, and it's kind of rack over. Well, we said that before though, haven't we? Both players beginning to miss a little bit.
Yeah, we saw him miss the one ball right in the pocket earlier. So he's just got to get the right line here. See, that's what I was saying, the right line. And now he's a bit thin on this. And so can't just give it to him just yet. He's still got to do some more work here. Cut this ball using his side, soft stroking this ball in, coming off 2 rails for the 3 in the corner. This is a miserable shot, Mark. Not easy. So thin. Getting back up with the shot. Going to check his line again. He knows the importance of this ball.
It looks kind of natural to get round the back of the 4 ball. Wow, he's very edgy, isn't he?
It's a big moment, Mark. Big moment in this match. Beautiful. No applause for the audience there for that shot, but that was the key shot in this rack. And he's done the hard work now. But he's still got to put all these balls away. He's going to spin the white ball around 2 rails around the table to give himself angle on the 6. Yes.
Beautiful. Coming in on the line of the 6. Could just drop this into the corner. 7 into the side. We're going to be level again, Mr. Black.
Wow. Both players have played outstanding this match. Yes, there have been a couple balls missed, but that's understandable considering it's the final in a high-pressure situation.
Draw back for the 9 into the same pocket.
Wow. Both players not budging an inch. He doesn't look it, but he's a fighter, this little young Co. He's a fighter, he's a warrior. He's got the heart of a lion on him.
Yeah, and I always like to. I always just like to give the referees a little bit of a mention, Barry. I mean, it's for the players, yes, of course, they're having to concentrate. Oh, there's Shane Tyree as well in the background there. I think I've just spotted, look, from the WPA. Good to see the boys out in force. Yeah, I was just going to say, the referees, you know, they don't get a chance to sit down when their opponent's at the table. You know, they're concentrating on every single shot. So these referees are doing a great job under pressure, of course. I wouldn't mind putting a bit of tape actually on that carpet there. Like, I don't want anyone falling over on that carpet. Health and safety, that's a nightmare at the moment over there, look. Having a little check of the rack. Let's go, Barry. Let's have a look at this break that has been working very, very well for Ko Ping Chung throughout this whole match and indeed throughout the whole tournament.
He's just timing his break so well, using the same speed every time, making the wing and getting that one ball to bounce just before the middle pocket and getting it to sit over the corner pocket. It makes it look so easy, but it's not. We go again.
Get out of the way, 6 ball. Well,
Six ball's not his friend this time.
We can go rail first here. I don't think he's going to be giving anything. I don't think he's going to think of the push here, is he? He's got to play rail first.
The one ball is quite far from the rail, and the six is obscuring an easy kick to it, so it's going to be deadly accurate if it's going to go rail first. If anything, he'd prefer to just, it's a shot to nothing. If he doesn't make it and he overcuts the one, he should still get safe with the one ball. It's just like a two-way shot. Now he's looking at the other option. He's going to push.
He's pushing.
And that little extra inch that he got on the white towards us widens the angle a bit, so it makes the kick shot a little easier. I think Villa would take this on, Mark.
Yeah, I think he will as well. Oh, he's looking at rail first, kicking it and sticking it.
Actually, push the two ball the other way so you can actually cue the ball better. He doesn't want to give the ball back like he did last time, because last time he gave a push shot back to Ko. Ko responded with a beautiful shot himself. So, very good shot. Good speed.
Beautifully judged. Well judged. Is there a little bit sticking out or not? There might be. It's got an easy one rail kick off this back rail. Send the one ball up, cue ball behind the 9. Nice. He's seen something.
Jeez, it's thin though. It's very thin.
Yeah, he's putting left. He's bending this slightly as well. Is he playing safe? Yeah.
That was so well done. He bent the white a little bit with the right speed to hit the one to get safe. What a shot.
Yeah, Josh can now kick off the rail though. Send the one ball up. The other end of the table, hold the cue ball down here. Great shot.
Great shot, great call, great shot, great execution.
He's got a two railer here. Coping Chung. Watch the one ball going close to the side pocket. Wants to kill the cue ball where it is and hopefully send the one back down towards the 9. That's the plan.
This is a very difficult shot indeed. The white ball is quite far from the rail. Hard to judge. He's found it too thin. Does the 7 ball come to his rescue? No, it does not. So Fila has an opportunity here to attack.
I don't think he does, Barry, does he? He can't get to the potting angle of that, can he? You've got younger eyes than me.
You're right.
Well, every ball moving on the table there, a bit like a pinball, wasn't it? But he's okay. Got the nice kisses. He has got to look at this again though. Could play a similar shot to the one he played a few shots ago, Barry, where he played that nice delicate little shot with a lot of English. Might see some of the same here.
He wants the 1 ball to bounce back up that line where the cue is now and get in behind the 2 and 4 ball with the white. Oh, he hasn't hit this. Yes, good shot. Has it leaked? It has leaked out.
It has. It's gone too far. This is on now. Top right hand corner pocket. I think he can avoid the scratch.
Big shot here from Villa. 9 frames apiece. He's overcut it on purpose to play safe. Gee, I'm loving the safety battles here, Mark. We've had a couple of really good safety battles, extended safety battles, if you will. Both players showing off their skill and knowledge of how to trap their opponents. And this is what Chung's trying to do here. He's trying to spin the white ball around now, 2 rails, 3 rails possibly behind the 2 ball to get Fila snookered. Does he get behind the 2?
Oh, he hasn't hit. He hasn't hit this very well. He hasn't hit it well. This is on, I think, to the top corner.
He just found that 1 ball a little thick.
One of the hardest shots to play is that when you're going across the ball, trying to catch it thin. Very, very difficult. Has it cost him this 19th rack of a possible 25? Short side now on this 3 ball into the bottom right hand corner after the 2. 4 waiting for the side. Oh, he could stun off and back out again. Now I think he can stun in between the 4 and the 8 here for the 4 into the same pocket. Is he going to be the first into double digits? It looks like it.
And Ko wasn't that far off with his safety shot. Just 1 or 2 more balls to roll with the white, and he would have had him solidly hooked. It's a game of millimetres, Mark.
Yeah, and you often hear people talking about how pool is easier than a lot of other cue sports because it's big pockets, and you know, it's not. It's still a game of millimetres, as you just said. You know, 1-2 millimetres out of position, and it can affect the next shot. There he goes. 10-9 then. Josh Filler, 3 away from the title of Qatar Open 9-ball champion for 2023. WPA sanctioned event, of course. I think we should have a little bit of karaoke. If I was there right now, I'd be jumping out of the commentary booth and going down with a mic in my hand, singing a little bit of Robbie Williams, maybe.
Robbie Williams.
I tell you what.
Let me entertain you.
Australia.
What a great song.
Fantastic. Well, these are certainly entertainers, aren't they? And Australia has produced its fair amount of great singers as well. In Excess, one of my favourite bands ever. In Excess.
You are now showing that you have a lot of style. Great music.
I could ruin that reputation and say I like Kylie Minogue as well.
Oh, I love Kylie Minogue. And Danny Minogue, her sister as well.
Do you want an interesting fact about Kylie Minogue? My stepbrother went out with Kylie Minogue for about 3 years. James Gooding was a model for Boss. And he went out with Kylie for a few years. Yeah, useless information from Mark White.
Your stepbrother is a very lucky man. She's absolutely gorgeous. Now back to the match at hand. Filler stretching here deep to pot the 1 ball. He's landed on the wrong side of this. I'm sure he was playing for position in the other corner.
Yeah, he can just play the corner, can't he? Run through for the 3.
It's a good shot of his cue action there. Deadly straight. I noticed he's put his watch on his right hand. Very stylish indeed, but also because the watch must weigh a ton, he doesn't want to have it on his back arm on his left hand.
I was just going to say it probably helps him. The size of it helps him keep his bridge hand still on the cloth. He can hardly move it, I don't think.
It helps him for stability, kind of like Earl Strickland with weights when he wears all the weights on his arms. Stops him from floating up into the sky when he's shooting. He's one of my favourite players, Al. He's one of my favourite players.
We recently had him over in Thailand at my local pool hall there in Double Kiss, and he came along with Rodney Morris, and we were joined by Stuart Bingham as well. We had 3 for the price of 2.
Wow. Rodney Morris, another very good left-handed player. There's a first 2-frame difference there, and Ko will take a very timely timeout.
And we are back, getting to the tail end now of this 2023 Qatar Open 9-Ball Championship. Josh Filler with his nose in front.
These gentlemen have met each other quite a few times in finals, I believe. They played the World Championship 10-ball final a couple of years ago. It was them again. And, I mean, both players know what each other is capable of. And, what has Filler seen here? See the gap?
Yeah, that's the turtle rack they're using there, I believe. Is it the turtle or is it the magic rack? I'm not quite sure. Both very similar. Anyway, he's happy now. Here we go then. 11-9, 2-rack lead, looking to get on the hill. Josh, the Filler killer. Looking good, Barry. Cast your expert eye across this. What do you see?
What do I see? I see an opportunity for Filler to put himself on the hill because no 2 balls are clustered. The table is breaking really well. It's kind of breaking easy, to be honest. Both players are breaking well, but there's nothing difficult for him in the sense that he has to break anything open or there's a ball on one side of the table, another connecting ball on the other side. They're all close together. They're all kind of connecting.
Just a mention of the table here. We are playing on the Rason. It's the Mr. Sung, and it's specifically made for the Asian market. And although this final isn't over just quite yet, there's no big lady singing, but the man at the table could be getting on the hill here. And it won't be the big lady singing, it will be the Mr. who's sung, and it's all over. I got there in the end.
You got there, yeah. Well, I tell you what, she might not be singing right now, but she'll be in the back room warming up her vocal cords because Filler is going to put himself on the hill now. And that means that Chung cannot afford a mistake. Now, he will have 2 breaks consecutive after this, so he does have an opportunity to narrow the gap, but he's going to be under a lot of pressure. He needs to win the next 4 frames in a row if, and I do say if, Filler gets out here, which it looks like he will do. Got to play.
Well, I'm not a gambling man, but I'm not a gambling man, Barry, but I would bet your house that he gets out here.
Well, I'd rather bet my house than bet my 45 Qs. My 45 Qs are worth more than my house.
What was your address again? Where do you live?
Well,
on the hill then.
These are the moments, Mark, where I wish I had a microphone inside a pool player's head, because I would love to hear what both players are thinking right now. I mean, Filler's probably thinking, I need 1 more frame for this title, and Chung's probably wondering, thinking, I need 4 in a row. I mean, 4 in a row as pool players, we've all done it, but in a final, under pressure, facing one of the best players on the planet opposite you, A lot of pressure on Ko, but all he can do right now is focus on a good clean break and running the balls. And he's going to get 2 breaks in a row now to try and do that, to close the gap to 12-11.
Yeah, every chance. The way he's been breaking, it's not his break that's let him down today, really. It's been missed opportunities when they've come his way. And again, just spotting a little gap in the rack there. Where do you stand on the rack your own? I know obviously not in a big title like this you're not going to get rack your own, but where do you stand in general on racking your own?
Can I be brutally honest with you, Mark? Brutally honest?
Well, please do.
Yeah, even with a magic rack, and I know a lot of the top players were aware of this, even with a magic rack, you can do certain things to the magic rack when you're racking your own to put the balls in your favour. Like, you can actually mark the table and whatnot, but there's certain things you can move the balls around slightly, put the magic rack slightly diagonally. So me personally, I prefer a referee racking the balls. Someone that's impartial, someone that's neutral, someone that's paid to the job, and then both players have equal opportunity at the table. That's personally how I feel. And I'm really passionate about this as well, if you can't tell from my voice.
I can tell. I was just going to say, calm down, Barry. It's just a game. But it's not a game, of course. They're playing for $50,000 here. And a great break, but hasn't got a shot on the one. He's definitely going to go rail first for this one, though, isn't he? Try and make the one. He has to avoid the 8 ball, though, with the cue ball. Is that the 8 up there, or is that the 4 up there? It might be the 4 ball.
That's the purple 4, Mark.
Yeah, purple 4.
Oh, good
you
call.
See, didn't avoid it. He hasn't
good
scratched.
Call.
Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, couldn't be off it because, you know, he had to play it with lots of left-hand spin to make the angle, to make the one. Unlucky, though, to scratch off the back of it. Well, could that be the last shot for that young man sat in his seat? Will he get out again, other than to shake the hand of the German?
That's heartbreak there, because I really wanted to see Ko back-to-back break and run and close the gap, but like you said, I believe that could be the last shot he had in this match. Joshua Filler, you know, you never really see him falter towards the end of a match. When he sees the finishing line, he doesn't sprint, he goes light years fast after the finishing line.
Yeah, he knows now this is the best chance he's ever going to get to win this Qatar Open. First one in a long time, as you said earlier on. And it really has been an amazing tournament put on by the people of Qatar and the WPA. 128 players started. We're going to be left with the winner in 3 shots' time. And it looks like it's going to be this man at the table, Joshua Filler, adding another title to his ever-growing list of achievements. US Open champion, of course, up against the reigning US Open champion at the moment, Chung. But it looks like his race is run for this year, and it's going to be Josh Filler, this 8 ball and the 9, and he'll be feeling great as he walks around the table. He'll call his extension. There you see it, a little celebration.
Big smile there, milking every second. What a beautiful feeling it is. He's just milking every second because he knows he's going to win this title. He just wants to enjoy every moment. And well played, Filler.
Yeah, and as he made that 9 ball and turned round, he looked up to the heavens and touched his heart, and that was for a very close friend of his who died very, very recently, dedicating the win to him. He's up on the table. He's going to have to pay for a new cloth now, but he can afford it. He's just won $50,000. Chung, of course, with $25,000. Not bad as a runner-up. Barry, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate, to commentate with you. And I'm sure we're going to be back with more in the very, very near future. All it remains for us to do is say goodbye.
Thank you, Mr. Mark, and it's been an absolute pleasure. And thank you to everybody out there for home joining us. Catch you all next time. Bye for now.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great feeling to be back here in Qatar and to witness a magnificent event that the Qatar Billiards and Snooker Federation have presented today. It's as good a final as I've seen in all the years I've been watching the game of nine ball. Congratulations to Joshua Filler and for Coach Chung. They've put on a great effort here to show you how the game should be played. I'd also like to congratulate the Qatar Billiards and Snooker Federation for the magnificent venue they've presented for such a worthy championship. Abba Salam, wherever you are, thank you very much. You've done the sport very proud. This is really refreshing for me to be back in Qatar. We came here first of all in maybe around about 2006, I guess, and we've seen over the years, with the support from Qatar, the improvement of the players here in the Middle East. And they're not only competitive here, they're actually travelling around the world now to other international events and really showing the world how they've improved out of sight. And I think one of the players was in the top 8 rankings at one time, Omar Al-Shaheen, and Waleed, I can't think of Waleed's second name now. Majid, yeah. So from the effort made by Qatar with the coaching and everything that all the resources they've put into it, you're really starting to get the results that you so thoroughly deserve. From my own little point of view, I love coming to Qatar. I always am made to feel so welcome. It's like coming back to part of your own family. So thank you very much for the invitation, and I look forward to perhaps being back again one day in the future. Thank you.
The runner-up is Kopi Chung from China, Taipei.
middle.
Finally,
For you,
the winner of this championship, Joshua Filler from Germany.
Look who we are dreamers, we make it happen, 'cause we believe it. Look who we are dreamers, we make it happen, 'cause we can see it. It's too long, making the match, respect, oh yeah. It's too long, gather round now, look at me.
أشكر وصول الجميع على حضوركم ومشاركتكم، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Make it happen, 'cause we believe it. Look who we are.